Yo, what's up, gang? We back for another video, and I gotta get something off my chest, guys. We didn't think Omatsu was gonna do it, but he did it. You know, we got another combined Extreme Z battle. Now I'm starting to see like a little precedent, because this is the second time that they've done this, and this is the second time too many. You know what I mean? It started with the STR Goku and Gohan, and with the AGL Cell, and now it's AGL Pikkon and Tech Janemba. So what I'm seeing is, I think they've heard us like complain so many times that they now are just combining them, but at the expense of, you know, the stones. So I just finished the Extreme Z battle for these guys, and we only got 1 stones each for each fight. So we only got 30 stones. That should have been 60 stones for both of these guys if they didn't combine them. I don't know why they're doing this. You know, it just seems like, you know, they took our advice and did the exact opposite of what we wanted. You know, just it's kind of like that. That's like, you know, you tell somebody to clean the floor, right? And you know how when you clean the floor, you're supposed to sweep before you mop. It's like they mopped before they swept. So it's like you just moved around like it's just a huge mess. That's the only way that this makes sense to me. But I was gonna go over a little rant, you know, about like, you know, how other people feel about this, and then also how they feel about Pikkon and Janemba's Eza'S. So yeah, we're finna get into this community rant. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let's get it. All right, so I posted in the Dokkan Battle Reddit, you know, there's the title, well, they did it again. And hopefully this isn't the precedent moving forward, because this isn't what we asked for. And I think Dokkan knows that, but I think this might have been like also a business decision as well. All right, so from Vishel, it says, we knew they were going to do this. They wouldn't give out that many stones during a black campaign. Well, they've done it before, even though this is a post 10th anniversary celebration. You know, it's like, okay, so in the retrospect, we missed out on a total of 30, 60, 90. We missed out on 120 stones, because this should have been 2 separate Eza'S right here, and then the STR Goku and Gohan and the AGL Cell should have been separate Eza'S. So we're missing out on 120 stones right now. It'd be one thing if they combined the fights, but we were getting 2 stones per stage. So that would end up being 60, just doing 1 stage. That would have been perfect. But no, Dokkan goes and does the exact opposite of what we ask. Even this decision doesn't make any sense. It's just, now it just feels like they're trying to cheap out. You know, it's like they combined both of them, and now we're just missing out on an extra 30 stones. Well, right now we're missing out on an extra 60 stones. So look at the stone count you have right now, and then just add 60 to that, and that's what you could have right now. It's just a shame, dude. It's like, I just don't know what they were thinking with this. Practical Cut says 6 Eza'S in a week is kind of nuts too. We got the same rough average of stones every month, and we're ramping up on characters at a faster rate. I'm for one happy they're finally speedrunning late Eza'S. That's around 210 million Zenny new players kicking themselves right now. Well, so okay, yeah, it would be the speed running. I'm totally fine with, you know, like this format. I'm fine with. It's just if we're getting the same amount of stones as if we were doing 2 separate Eza'S, because why not, bro? It's like, I mean, sure, Dokkan's been generous, but you know, it's like we didn't ask for this. Yeah, they cut the time doing these down in half, but we didn't ask for it this way. You know, missing out on 30 stones. I don't know. It's just that was a bad move by Dokkan. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, new players are definitely punching the air right now, because that is a lot of Zenny. But we do have the Hercule statue campaign, so that should help them out. And Ichigo says, because they're lazy, they could just drop stupid 30 stages and give every Eza 19. But what? Okay, first of all, dude, if you're gonna talk shit, at least fix this Spelling, dude. What is this? Is this even supposed to be English? Yeah, if you're gonna talk smack, you gotta fix these typos, my guy. Each go 5561. You gotta fix those typos, man. It's not about being dumb. It's about not giving out too many stones during a campaign a lot of people don't care about. They do this all the time. It's business. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have to understand that. Sure, they do take our feedback into consideration, but this is a business, and they're in it to make as much money as possible. So whatever ways they feel they're gonna make more money, that's what they're gonna go with. 99% of the time. So you can't be mad at the game. It's just, like I said, it's still a business. It's a gotcha game at the end of the day. So they're going to do what they see fit. As boneheaded as some of these decisions are, they're still going to do it anyway. Okay, I care about physical Kaioken Goku getting an easy aid. This is the equivalent of Zenkai transforming Super Vegito. So I know Zenkai is a Legends, DB Legends term, and I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Legends, but I think this is probably their equivalent of an EZA. But physical Kaioken Goku uses sub EZA, and I think a lot of people the reason why they want him to be better is because they're fixated on the character itself. Like, when are we ever gonna see like another Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku? Like that form only came about one time. And it was in a filler arc. Unless, I mean, they could do like a Yellow Coin LR or like a Dokkan Fest, sure, but this guy, he was a sub EZA, so of course he wasn't gonna get, like the top tier Dokkan Fest exclusive treatment. Okay, yes, but the campaign going on right now is STR Cell. Have you looked at the majority of Should I Summon posts? The general consensus is save your stones. The devs know this, so they're not going to give out a bunch of stones that people aren't going to immediately use. Okay, I could see that, Vishel. I could see that. So I can see that because think about it, Golden Week is coming up. So if they're giving away all these stones, it's gonna not really incentivize it for people to buy more. So they're giving out less. So the people who need more stones to summon for the hype characters are gonna end up buying more. So yeah, like I said, this was a business move. Definitely a business move. Okay, so that was that. And then I tried posting it into another thread, but it got taken down. So, okay, now we're going to go on to the characters themselves. I know they also talk about how they're going to format the EZAs in here too. So it says, Ebro's God, get ready for them to somehow putting them all into one 30-stage event, which is exactly what they did. Irabo's God, like you hit the nail on the hammer right there, baby. This is exactly what they did. And 2 events, that was what they were doing. So it wasn't optimistic to think 2 events, but yeah, 4 events, definitely not. That's for sure. Even I would have been shocked at 4 events, but 2, like, come on, man. Like 2 events, like that's been the norm. It's going to be 2 because if it was shared, they used medals for the sub EZAs, both medals for the sub EZAs. I mean, yeah, in retrospect, it's not. Now looking into the future, it's not. I'm coping by thinking that the fact the sub EZAs only use Pikkon's medals, we may get 2 events because the old banner unit Kefla's EZA used both Kale and Caulifla's medals from that one EZA event. So here's the cope. Yeah, nah. Keep on coping, Poke Pro 82, because definitely not gonna happen. It'll likely be HGL Pikkon, Tech Janemba on 1, Physical Goku, STR. No, all in the same banner, bud. Devs, take your 30 stones and be happy. Better be glad we didn't put them in an EZA area. Oh my gosh. Which, I mean, if it gets to that point, I'm just gonna be like, Dokkan, like, come on, bro. Like, really? Yeah, an EZA area, that'd be brutal. Imagine having to do the EZA area for each character. We'd have to run that event 4 times. So that's 4 times, 30 runs each. Bro, that'd be crazy. I don't think anybody'd want to do it at that point. Kaioken Goku getting an easy A. It only took 84 years, 5 months, 3 days, and 16 minutes for him to get him. Yeah, it's been a while. I hope I'm not too late at easy A. Yeah, I think this Kaioken Goku, he came out in like 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, I think he came out in like 2018. So it's been like, it's way overdue for an easy A, of course. Yeah, they're strong, but none of them are any help for Cell. It's over for him at this point. I mean, I wouldn't say technically it's over because we still got to see what the part 2 LR is going to be. And I'm pretty sure like 10 times out of 10, they're going to super easy A the STR perfect form Cell. So that'll be another help to his team. I mean, Pikkon, you can run him. It's just he's not very cohesive link set wise. So even though he is on his, I think he's on his leader skill, yeah? Tournament participants and accelerated battle. Yeah, he is on his 220%. So you technically can run Pikkon on there. It's you know, from a logical standpoint, it just doesn't make any sense. All right, transforming Janemba is actually great now, but it is unfortunate that AGL Pikkon's guard is only limited for 7 turns. Still a good easy A IMO. Yeah, so I mean, think about it. Janemba, he is a dodge unit. He's going to be basically a dodging unit. So, of course, you'd want to build him with mainly dodge in mind. And what this is telling me is like they're kind of basically forcing you to transform him, which is fine because he's going to be a lot better in his you know, other form anyway. Although if Fat Janemba is dodging and isn't getting touched, you could basically stall that out a little longer. So it just depends on the RNG for that character. Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku's interesting with the key types, but obviously going for the defense pass is much better with today's content. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only thing I'm not too hype on is how you have to die or you have to take damage from his super attacks, but considering that Cell has to revive in order to get another part of his passive, that could be a good play. You know, if you play your cards right and get the right setups going, Goku's 5% sacrifice in conjunction with Cell's revival condition, like that could actually be that could be a pretty good setup. AGL Pikkon falls off pretty hard after 7 turns, but with how cracked he is for those 7 turns, I'll take it. 60% support for Vegito and Gogeta, Ghost Usher active, guard plus 70%, dodge and ceiling for battle hardened formidable foes. The utility is crazy. Yeah, Pikkon, he is crazy. And a lot of these fights, they're not, especially for battle hardened formidable foes, they're not going past turn 10. Like, let's be real. Battle hardened formidable foes, it's basically just like it's like a harder version of Extreme Super Battle Road. So a lot of those fights, they're not going past turn 10. If you're unlucky, yeah, but yeah, Pikkon's utility is pretty crazy. He's a good easy A, but remember, he's a dodge unit. He's not a damage dealer. He's not a critter. He's a dodge utility unit. You got to remember that. Really, I mean, really, you're only running him on STR Cell's team. Okay, I'm gonna go over like a couple more because this wasn't supposed to be a rant on the easy A's, but I thought since we'd be talking about their events, we might as well include them in here. All right. Yeah, I was Angry Assyrian. I still remember that whole thing with STR Pikkon being a meme back in 2017. Yeah, I wasn't around back then, so you know. If somebody in the comment section could fill me in on that, that'd be good. Because I don't know what this guy's talking about. So Kukli1 says, I want to see what Super Kaioken Goku is cooking up with like 10 STR orbs, 4 supers, where he massively raises his attack on each one Extra 400% attack with the orbs and guaranteed crit. It's not even unrealistic since he double orb changes when he's below 80%. So what you have to remember is that, yeah, of course he's getting all these like crazy conditions with the orbs, but he has to get different kinds of orbs. It'd be different if he was getting, if he just had to get either just all physical orbs or a certain number of STR orbs to proc all of those extra buffs. Sure. It's just he needs different type orbs to do different things, and you're always gonna be missing out on something. So that's the one thing that I would say is not in conjunction with how good this guy could have been. It just seemed like with this kit, with his kit, it's doing too much, and the trade-off isn't really that good. Okay, Uday Veer. He says Kaioken Super Saiyan Goku is OP though. Not really. Yeah, not really. I'm honestly Kaioken Super Saiyan Goku, and I'm gonna do a showcase too. He seems decent. Like he seems like a decent option, but a lot of people are putting too much faith in what he can do. Lord Nippy says, not really. His stats won't be high. It's physical legendary Super Saiyan Broly again. His level 1 stats are really high, so his stats per level is really low. His EZA is only going to increase his stats by like 300 each, and that's it. Yeah, I'm not really sure how the math works on that. I would assume the numbers would be the same on JP and Global, but I'm not really sure with that one. Fake Bully says, I thought Janemba would be a great addition to Cell's team until I realized he's not actually on Worldwide Chaos. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy because in the movie Fusion Reborn, he literally revives all, the bad guys, the villains, and they're causing worldwide chaos on Earth. So I think that's kind of crazy. He's not on Worldwide Chaos. If Janemba was on Worldwide Chaos, bro, Cell's team would be so much better. But I don't understand how that guy isn't on Worldwide Chaos. That seems like a L on Dokkan's side. Cervix Bruiser. Basically, yeah, Destined Rivals all over again. 30 stones only. I mean, in this one we got 34 stones, but still. At least it's not another Destined Rivals nonsense. Hold on. It is. It is. Yeah, I'm using an old Reddit account to look at my new one, but I need to sign into my new one. At least it's not another Destined Rivals nonsense. It is. In all caps. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Hold on, let me... Did we get any new comments? I seen a notification on my phone. Hold on. Yeah, they did it again. Okay, so I mean, we did get more. Shame Janemba doesn't have any team for now. Well, okay. Until Uncontrollable Power gets a 220% leader, 200% are going to be struggling in this, especially in this new content. Maybe not. I mean, the meta now is 220% leader skills. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll run him on an Uncontrollable Powers team and see how good he really is. Yeah, I mean, the sub EZA for this guy isn't going to go crazy, but if we get a new version of this guy, he will definitely go crazy. And you know what? I will be summoning for him. Otherworld Warriors getting a massive buff. Yeah, joint EZAs are bad. They fumbled Janemba with the damage reduction loss, high key. Yeah, why he had to lose damage reduction, I don't know. But I'd say the fact that, you know, he in fights where he can dodge, like, it's not that big of a deal as long as he's dodging. But when you go into Super Janemba, Super Janemba is gonna make up for that for sure. Yeah, they're not. The way they're gonna work now is like they want you to transform him. They don't want to just make him a free tank. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, they're not making him the best tank with no restrictions. It's Dokkan for you. I'm happy with them, but I'm honestly infuriated by Dokkan's new idea to put 2 EZAs into one. That has no reason to be. Missing out on 30 stones every time a dual Dokkan Fest EZA releases will really add up quick. You know, we're paying for that. You know what this is? We're paying for the 10th anniversary stone. Yeah, that 10th anniversary stone where we could get any free character we wanted up to a certain point. Yeah, that was Dokkan saying, like, you know, this is gonna be your this stone right here is gonna make up for a lot of the other stones you guys are gonna be missing out on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was basically Dokkan saying, yeah, we're gonna give you this stone and then we're gonna shaft you on the other stones. All right, yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop here. It was just a little rant video going over how other people also felt about how Dokkan is handling these joint EZAs. I personally don't like it. I think it's a cop-out and a very bad business move, especially since they know that this is what we've been wanting, just not in this way. Like, we don't want to miss out on stones either. I mean, honestly, if they were going to do this, I'd rather them just keep it the way it was, just so we can get the extra stones. Like, I don't mind doing the 30 stages. Of course, it can be a little tedious, but if I'm going to get the extra 30 stones from it, I'll do it. Like, I don't care. You know, I'm not the one crying on the internet about it, like a lot of other people are. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment sections. Did Dokkan take the dub for this new style of EZA battles, or did they fumble heavy? I think they fumbled heavy, just at the fact we're not getting the extra 30 stones. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.